Hi, this is Miriam from Keto My Way. A few days into my new coaching, so I wanted to talk about it. I love my coach. Her name is Lisa Carroll, and she's from Keto Evangelist Coaching. We had our first person-to-person hourly coaching session, but we talked back and forth a few times since then. In addition to the coaching, I've gotten a lot of information. I have to say a couple of things. First of all, I put the new batteries in my scale. I says, well, if I'm starting a new coaching adventure, I should have batteries in my scale, and I have gone down 4 pounds. And it isn't just that I pulled it out of the ear. The coach has given me some wonderful information. I have brought down my protein considerably. I told you I listened to Keto Talk with Jimmy and the dog, and so they already said that probably 50 to 60 grams of protein is enough. And that was underscored by Lisa, and I went ahead immediately and I did that. I'm on MyFitnessPal at Keto My Way. You're welcome to look at my diary. I'm probably going to track at least 2 weeks because Lisa wants to see my food. If you go back, the entries will either be blank or they'll just be really odd entries like half avocado, because I was using MyFitnessPal to find out the carb content because I was doing things by hands in my notebook. But I agreed for 2 weeks, and this started yesterday, for 2 weeks that I would track on MyFitnessPal because it would be very helpful for her to see my intake. I don't think I'll track on Sundays. That was the agreement. But so far, Monday and Tuesday, today's Tuesday, I've done okay. So one of the things that I learned was to bring down my protein, and also the sweet spot if you're using a ketone blood meter. The ketone, if you're in ketosis, it'll be 0.5 millimolars that it reads on the blood ketone level, and anything between 0.5 and 3 is perfect. And I would register 0.5 or 0.6 or whatever, and I started with Lisa, and I think I measured that night I was 0.7, and she said to me, well, the ideal fat burning range or number would be 1.5, and I did it. I got to 1.3 last night, and this is without exogenous ketones. I mentioned in a couple of videos back that I was adding it to my coffee. So I'm not doing it while I'm working these 2 weeks with her because I want to see where I can get to ketones on my own. And it absolutely must be working because my ketones are going up and my weight is going down, so I'm very happy with that. We also talked about column A and column B, and I think if you go back to my first video, I probably talked about this, that somehow I wanted to combine total and net. But I needed some guidance and I needed permission. And we've talked about that a lot. And she has a list, she says, from the old Atkins days of something called foundation vegetables. And those would be all your leafy greens and things that grow above ground. The one exception would be radishes in terms of a below ground vegetable. And she said that I could really do that column A and column B, which is what I've been after to begin with, meaning take the net carbs from the foundation vegetables and that I could add it to my total. So I'm still at 20 total, but the 20 total means a combination of the net carbs that I find in the foundation vegetables combined with the net from other things like the carbs in cheese or carbs in salad dressing or those kinds of carbs. And I have to tell you, it's been wonderful. I haven't been afraid of my salads. And she was talking about when your insulin is so high the way mine has been. I don't know whether I ever had fatty liver disease. I think the doctor suspected it at one point. The blood test showed that I didn't, but I could have had it prior or for years. She said that the liver really needs those leafy greens to get rid of the toxins, and that I shouldn't be afraid of them. And by counting the total carbs in my leafy greens and my other vegetables, I was very stingy with them. This way I can really enjoy them. And I'll tell you, we've been doing it that way. I still haven't come to 20 carbs, but it's good to know that I have that leeway. The other thing that's included in net is avocados. My doctor wanted me to eat avocados. And I said, are you kidding? There's like 10 carbs and a half of them, and I would have like a sliver, and I wouldn't eat. Well, Lisa has encouraged me also to count net for the carbohydrates for the avocado, and to not fear the avocado. And I've been eating avocados all week, and look at the weight loss. They're also very filling because there's so much fat, but the interesting thing is when I weighed the avocado, it was 17 carbs, 13 was fiber. So I counted 4 on that and added that to my total count. So I think with the help of the coach, not just suggestions, but the permission to do certain things, I'm thinking I'm getting to right where I really wanted to be from the beginning. But there was so much conflicting information. I felt I had to do it this way or I had to do it this way. And there was nothing that combined them and gave me a middle ground. However, now I see that that's possible. A couple of other changes I've made this week. I have Post-it notes so I can look. I've gone back to oil and vinegar for my dressing. When I first started keto, I was so thrilled that we could have blue cheese dressing that I got blue cheese dressing, and I was okay. I got sick of it after a while. But what it did, put me into a dressing frame of mind. So I kept on looking at dressings that had no sugar and low carb and no carb, and I got away from the fact that I really do enjoy oil and vinegar. I keep it right in my office. So I went back to oil and vinegar. The other thing to get the ketones up, in addition to lowering my protein, is to up the oil. So I've gone back to MCT oil in my coffee. And we had a very interesting discussion because she had to reframe the answer several times until my brain got it. And I would say to her, well, with the MCT, if the exogenous ketones has some of them have an MCT oil base. If you're okay in the MCT oil, then why not have the exogenous ketones? What's the difference? And I finally got it. Things like the MCT oil and other medium chain triglycerides and all of that, they will help your body to produce ketones as opposed to ingesting ketones. And I got it. So I am having the MCT oil to boost my ketone production, and that's different than boosting my ketone production because I'm having exogenous ketones. Once we're done with this initial phase of knowing that I can get my body up on its own, I will go back to adding a scoop of that stuff to my coffee. I like the energy it gave me, and I actually like the flavoring. I had the chocolate salt, and it made it a pleasant iced coffee. So I have no moral objections to exogenous ketones. I'm just not taking them now until we can get a baseline of what my body does itself. We also talked about supplements. Because I still have some leg cramps, but yesterday when I had that whole avocado, in addition to my magnesium that I take and the salt I have during the day, I did not have leg cramps at night. So maybe I needed that potassium boost that the avocado gives. So we talked about that. We talked about other things. She sent me pictures of the coconut oil that she uses and the coconut cream and various lotions, and just to say it, and I said, oh, I already use that, and some of them was, oh, I'll look into it. So it's been nice to have this exchange above and beyond just the keto diet aspect, but to get into other things that have to do with the keto life. Let me see what else I have up here. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about, before I move on, So my fats, I've been feeling a little undercurrent of nausea that I've had when I started the metformin, and she thinks that it might be the added fat, and so I will go back a little bit on that. I haven't been overly fat, having fats, but maybe adding butter to something that I could have not added the butter to, or a half an avocado instead of a whole avocado. So I'm going to go to building up my fats a little bit more slowly. She thought it was that instead of something like dairy or something else that could be bothering me. So I just want to end. I had bought a dress for a wedding, and I bought it in a size 16. I bought it online. I'm very good about looking at a style and knowing the brand and knowing what size fits me. And I got the 16, and it fit, and it was a little snug. It wasn't snug in that it didn't fit. I just felt I'm used to wearing like stuff like this that's nice and low, loose and flowy. So to get something that's like this was a little uncomfortable. So I went, after I tried on the dress, I ordered the 18. I was ordering it from Macy's, and I sent Lisa a picture. She said, return that 18. You don't need it. And I had 30 minutes to cancel the order, and I canceled it. And to tell you the truth, with the weight loss I've been having, the wedding is August 12th, I can almost maybe even order that 14, but I'm not going to, because I'd rather be really comfortable even if the 14 fits. So anyway, I'm really, really happy with progress. I love my coach. I love the experience. It's a wonderful investment in myself. And it was a good decision. Anyway, please come join my Facebook page at Keto My Way. It's at Facebook, and also Keto My Way. You're welcome to see what I write down in my fitness pal. I don't know that I'll go beyond a couple of weeks, but if you're interested, you can see what I'm being guided to eat by Lisa. Anyway, thank you very much. Much love to my new Keto Evangelist community, coaching community. I love you gals. I enjoy every day reading what you're writing, and I'm learning so much, and I get so much encouragement. So anyway, thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you. Keto My Way.